is wind power. And our research question has been, are the environmental benefits of using wind energy greater than the pollution produced in the making of a wind turbine?
Okay, so how is a wind turbine produced? Manufacturing a turbine would cause some pollution. Assembling, erecting, and connecting the turbine grill will cause some more pollution. Furthermore, what are the actual materials needed to make a wind turbine? We have the two most important components, and this includes steel of 89.1% and fiberglass of 55.9%.
So obviously wind plays a crucial role when deciding where to put up wind turbines. If you put a wind turbine up, no matter how big it is, if you put it up somewhere with no wind whatsoever, it's not going to produce any green energy at all. But on the contrary, if you put a wind turbine up somewhere where there's a lot of wind, it's going to produce enough energy to supply 1,500 average EU households a year.
Okay, so what does a wind turbine look in the inside? One thing we should point out is that how big the wind turbine is. It's actually as big as a propeller in a plane. And we can see here we have all the materials needed to make it, which is the nacelle and the rotor, which is, I think, the most important that we have here.
So the environmental impact of wind turbine is very little. The World Health Organization, they actually consider it to be the most green source of energy in this survey conducted. In terms of carbon dioxide emissions, there's none when it's going after the manufacturing. The only pollution one might notice is the noise pollution and the visual impact that wind turbines has on the landscape, which is an actual pollution, but that's what causes most people to be opposing wind turbines, because they like the idea of green energy, but they don't want them put up in their neighborhood. However, it's also been proven that after the wind turbines have been put up, the locals are usually more positive towards it. In terms of the impact on wildlife, one might think that a lot of birds would die, but actually wind turbines, as you can see in this figure, wind turbines cause less than 1% of all avian mortality every year, whereas cats and tall buildings and big windows are actually cause way more fatalities. In terms of marine life from the impact from offshore windmills, actually there's not a great impact either. The thing is that when they put the turbines up, there's going to be some noise and the fish are going to be disturbed and they're going to move away for a while, but most often they come back really quickly after that, and sometimes they even use the foundation of the wind turbines as a nesting place.
And during our research, we have found some sources from the US, and they have concluded in 2040 that they would actually need much more resources from steel and fiberglass in the making of a new wind turbine, which concludes that they need actually a lot more materials, more than 89.1% of steel and 5.9% of fiberglass. But to conclude, yes, so the benefits are much greater than the pollution from the production of an actual wind turbine.